Today in Toronto, a major highway collision clears up just in time for the morning rush.
I'm Garrett.
And I'm Leah. Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett in Toronto.
A major collision on Highway 401 clears, allowing traffic to resume after a 9-vehicle crash. All right, let's set the stage for this one. A 9-vehicle crash happened on Highway 401 near Dixon Road. This caused some pretty hefty traffic delays, but thankfully, no injuries were reported. That's pretty cool, right? The crash occurred around 6:45 a.m., and the westbound lanes were reopened by 7:20 a.m. The Ontario Provincial Police, who were at the scene, have said there have been about 50 collisions in the past 24 hours. They're advising drivers to be cautious because the road conditions are changing. And here's something to chew on. The sheer number of collisions suggests the road conditions might be hazardous, perhaps due to weather or visibility issues. But, it's surprising there were no injuries despite the severity of the crash.
That's so wild. Honestly, I'm relieved there were no injuries. But the frequency of these collisions is concerning, right? It indicates we need more awareness, or maybe even changes in road safety measures. Okay, let's move on. A snowplow incident at a pro-Palestine protest stirs controversy due to the driver's online posts. So, let's unpack this. A contractor named Athena Niganaber drove a snowplow through a pro-Palestine protesters outside the U.S. consulate here in Toronto. It turns out her social media posts were full of Islamophobic and anti-protest sentiments. The company she works for, A&F DeCarlo Construction, suspended her for just one day. And Mayor Olivia Chow? She called the whole thing unacceptable and started a city investigation. I mean, it really highlights how social media impacts public perception and tensions. But can you believe this? She only got a 1-day suspension.
That's a story worth telling. Honestly, I'm puzzled by the light suspension. Actions like these really impact community trust and safety. It's something that needs a closer look. Next up, a Toronto hit and run leaves a woman critically injured, with the driver now facing charges. All right, here's where we begin. It was on Beverly Street, and a 40-year-old woman was left with life-threatening injuries after a hit and run. The driver, a 56-year-old man, fled the scene in a white truck. He's facing serious charges, like leaving the scene and careless driving causing bodily harm. The incident happened around 4 p.m. on Monday, and he was supposed to appear in court the next day. It really brings to light the challenges of pedestrian safety in urban areas and the importance of quick legal action. But, it's surprising that he just fled despite the injuries.
That's close to the heart of it. Honestly, it's disheartening that someone would do that. We really need more pedestrian-friendly planning to avoid these kinds of tragedies. All right, on to the next. Canadian Olympic star Penny Oleksiak suspended for anti-doping rule violation. Let's shed some light on this. Penny Oleksiak, Canada's most decorated Olympian, is facing a 2-year ban. But get this, it's not for drug use. It's due to 3 whereabouts failures, which means she didn't keep authorities updated on her location for testing. These failures happened between October 2024 and June 2025, and the ban is retroactive from July this year till 2027. It's interesting how procedural issues can lead to such penalties. And despite her decorated status, she's facing this substantial suspension.
That's a curveball. I'm all about fairness and transparency in these cases. Rules are important, but we've got to ensure the process is fair and clear. Let's switch it up. Toronto Zoo unveils the names of 2 new Komodo dragons after community vote. Here's a cool thought to kick off. The Toronto Zoo recently named their 2 new Komodo dragons, Como and Raya, after getting over 10,000 votes from the community. That's pretty awesome, right? Raya is already settled into her new home at the Australasia Pavilion, and Como will join soon. It really shows how community engagement fosters connection with wildlife. And the overwhelming response? That just shows how much people care.
Let's not let this one slide by. Celebrating the community's involvement is important. It's a great way to foster environmental awareness and make lasting memories for visitors. Thanks for tuning in to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett in Toronto. Have a great day, and we'll catch you tomorrow.